Hello out there in YouTube land. I just realized it was Tuesday and I haven't done my reviews yet. It's just been a really hectic week at work and haven't had a chance to review anything for last week. So let's get started and I'll let you know what I think of the stuff that I bought. Blackwood number 3. I really sort of liked it when I bought the first one. Now, by number 3, no, not so much. I am done with this series. Excuse me. It was a little, come to this magic school type of thing, and these kids have been selected for the dark arts type of stuff, and it mystery, and it kind of went downhill fast. I didn't like it that much, so I'm going to give that a 1.5 out of 5, and I'm done with this. Shanghai Red number 2. I don't know. It's continuing with the story of, I forget her name. She was sold to work on a ship for 3 years to pay off debts, and now she is done with her 3-year stint, killed off the crew that captured her, and are off trying to find her family and the people who sold her into debt. The first one was pretty good. This one is okay. I don't know if I'll continue with it or not. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 just because of the art. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell who these people are supposed to be again, and the story jumps around a bit. I will give it another issue, whether I like it or not. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I don't know if I said that or not. Doomsday Clock number 6. Halfway through. I don't know. At this point, I'm reading them, collecting them just because I've invested this much time, and I want to get the complete series. Probably going to be a waste of money and time, and I want to see how they introduce everybody into the main DC universe. And they're putting Firestorm in there, which I like. It's a character that I like that I haven't seen in a while. So, I don't know. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Teen Titans 20. Never really been a big fan of the Teen Titans. The only reason I bought it was because of this is her first full appearance, and then we have his first appearance altogether, and that's it. That's pretty much the only reason. I read it. It was okay. Sort of like the idea that Robin's going off the range and saying, screw the adults, let me take care of this my way. So I'm going to give this a 2.75 out of 5. Moon Knight number 197. It is the beginning of a new arc, I guess. Yes, it's a group of 4 people who were selected by this elite secret group of evil or whatever that nobody knows, not many people know about. And they have particular secret talents underneath their regular jobs of where they do bad things, and it maybe will help this group. And so you find each one of their stories. Each one tells, like the photographer who he's a famous photographer making millions, and he also does like snuff things and stuff like that. And then you have at the very end Moon Knight coming in and saying, "Hey, yeah," he wants to stop him, but he's like, "Yes, I'm Moon Knight. I'm gonna say it this time, and I want to be in the group." But I think he's trying to stop it. So I'm still kind of on the fence with this. It's not as horrible as the previous incarnations of it was. It's not as fantastic as the older ones, but it's kind of growing on me. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Amazing Spider-Man number 2. I picked this up because I traded another comic in. I had 2 copies of one last Tuesday. I don't know if you saw my pickup video, but I took that one back and got this. It's okay. I see that they're bringing it back to, or trying to bring it back to the way it used to be. Got Mary Jane back together with Peter. They're dating. He's trying to regain his reputation after being fired for plagiarism. And they have an interesting take on Doc Connors now. He's sort of got it under control, and there's really a lot of attempted humor in there, which is hit and miss, which is okay. So I'm going to give this a 325. Getting the Mike Hammers. I really like these series. I really, really like these series. I remember watching the old TV series back in the day. I haven't read any of the books. I should. But this is a really good story. It's well drawn, well written. I like it. So if you're into mysteries and you're into old, like 50 Styles Noir type of stuff, pick these up. I'm going to give them a 3.5 or 375 out of 5. Action Comics number 1001. Introducing a new character in here. And the only reason I bought it was for just to see what he was going to do with this. But it did turn out there's a new character in there, and they're answering the whole did Superman start the fires? There is a really kind of a funny moment in there where he finds out that the kid who said that Superman was starting the fires was paid off by a bald man to tell the fire chief that Superman started it. And so Clark Kent, this isn't really a spoiler, Clark Kent is looking through all the bad guys who are bald, and they actually have a picture of Bendis on the screen, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm going to give this maybe another shot on 1002, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. You'll have to hit me with be a little bit better. So I'm going to give this a 375 out of 5. Brothers Dracul. Very good series. I'm really digging it. It's I'm going to give this a 3.8 out of 5. Walk Through Hell, number 3. The story is strange, and it seems to be a lot of just talking, because it is an investigation into this weird stuff that's going on. But it is talking while they're doing, comparing different theories and trying to wrap their minds around things they've seen and what's going on. So it does move the plot forward a bit. And of course, you do get to see the actual uh, picture of the guy shoving his hand down his throat. I love this cover. Uh, I'm going to give it a 3.9 out of 5, just because it's pretty good. Now, Justice League Dark #1. Still don't see what Wonder Woman has to do with the dark arts of magic, or magic at all. I mean, she's excuse me, she deals with the gods and has received magical enchanted items and stuff like her lasso and stuff. But I've never really associated her with magic, sort of like Zatanna and excuse me, and Constantine and stuff like that. So I'm not 100% positive why they put her in there, other than they need a big name in there. But I like the setup. Magic is being affected due to the fall of the wall, and the original magic users are coming, and the magic is turning on its users. So I like the story behind it, and it's intriguing. We have Man Bat in there as their scientist, so to speak. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5, and I will continue reading it. Hack/Resurrection. We have Hack and Vlad going back to this town that she knew when she was growing up. She had these wonderful memories about it, but it turns out that there were issues with it, and it's gone to hell. There's a group of vampires that were always operating around it, and they are doing bad things. And Vampirella comes in to help, and we actually meet a forebearer of Hack's from on her mother's side from way back. Very enjoyable series. It's new arc. I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. Flash #51. The Last Race of Wally West. This explains what's going to happen with Wally West and how sets a clue as to his future. He spent most of the issue running around the world trying to find his wife and kids now that he can't go through time anymore or enter the Speed Force, Hyper Force and stuff. So this actually, I don't want to give any spoilers, but this reveals his fate, as if you can't tell by the cover. Very well done, and I think this is going to end my interest in the Flash series, because I'm just getting it for the Flash Wars. So I'm going to give this a 4.4 out of 5. Detective Comics #985, dealing with karma, and you finally have Bruce Wayne getting back to being kind of a detective. He's separating him away from the rest of the Bat family. You have Black Lightning in to deal with them at Bruce Wayne's request. And you get the backstory of who Karma is. I like what they're doing with this, so they're trying to push him to be back to the way he was before. So I'm going to give this a 4.4 out of 5. And for my last one, Spirit Hunter #12. I had forgotten they hadn't had the 12th issue of this. It had been such a long time, and I enjoyed it. This is the ending of the Maxi series. You have the main character here. I'm sorry, my images are reversed. Dealing with her powers, you have an old nemesis from earlier in the series coming back to push things to the limits and make her make a choice to either let her friends die or bring this nemesis into the real world, and she has to make a choice. And it doesn't really end with a happy ending, which I like about things like that. You don't normally get things all wrapped up, all happy. But it was a really good comic, and I hope when they do volume 2, or I hope they will do a volume 2 or a regular series, that it comes out soon and I will get it, because I'm giving this a 4/5 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. If you like magic and paranormal investigations type things and medium type things, that's the story to get. So anyway, that's what I've got for this week, and I will see you tomorrow for my pickup videos. All right, talk to you later. Bye.